Good evening from Normal West High School in Bloomington, Normal, Illinois. It's the State Farm Classic, and it's round one. Quincy Notre Dame Raiders taking on the Pecotonica Indians. Hi, I'm Jeff Wellman as we get ready for the 9:30 game, the last game of the day. They start in the morning, they go all day long, and they go many locations, and this is one of them. Of course, if you were listening just a moment ago, you heard over at Bloomington High School, the Quincy High Blue Devil girls winning that ball game against Springfield Senators 58-38, and they advance to tomorrow night. Also earlier today, we had the Blue Devils win down at Collinsville. They'll advance tomorrow until 11:30, and we'll have it right here at meccasportsco.com. Well, I'm Jeff Wellman, and we get ready for the last game of the day. It's the QND Raiders. The QND Raiders come in 6-4. They've had a good team. They just beat Payson the other night at Payson. That was their last victory out there. And they've got a good-looking ball team, averaging around 54 points a game and giving up just around 48 points a game at last count. Pecotonica, they're ranked number 2 in 1A right now. They're a good-looking ball team, 9-1. Their only loss to South Beloit, who is always strong. And, of course, that usually conjures up Tim Walsh when we start talking about the Beloit schools, as that's where he came from, and Bob Keys. Well, the guy that came from Quincy but lives in Rockford, he's our Mecca guy, Coach Pettit. And, Coach, we've seen one game right now where the Blue Devils came back after allowing a comeback. Tonight we've got a good outing here. We've got QND, who's playing good ball for a 6-4 team, and you got the Pecotonica Indians, who have got a good basketball team.
Well, yeah, Pecotonica is up there, close to where I live up in Rockford. In fact, I work in the Durand School District, and Durand and Pecotonica combined, co-op for football, during the fall, and they had one heck of a season. I think they lost once to Lena Winslow, and then I think got beat by Lena Winslow again. Or no, excuse me, they got beat by Byron, the state champions. So it's a very successful football program. They split up in the basketball, so you have Pecotonica here and Durand are separated. Pecotonica 9-1, number 2 in the state. They got beat by a South Beloit team that's got a big kid in the middle, 6'8", that does a whole lot of everything. And I think he had like 38 points and 18 rebounds against them. So I think you can, take advantage, of QND's size, versus Pecotonica. Now, on the other hand, Pecotonica is going to launch the threes. That is their MO. If we can get out and, I always say with the three-pointers, you got to locate the shooters, which with Pecotonica, I think probably 4 or 5 that are on the floor will be able to shoot the three. You got to challenge all the shots. Long shots are going to give you long boards, so you definitely need to put a body on somebody when the ball goes up, but it comes down to communication on the defensive end and, challenge, call out shot, and that should tell your teammates to find the nearest guy closest to you, who you're matched up with in the zone or in man, and make sure you get a body on, because that ball is going to come out. Now, once you get those rebounds, those fast break opportunities, those are easy baskets, and Quincy Notre Dame's got to take advantage of those tonight.
And the other night, of course, they played Payson in that one. That is a West Central game. They're in the conference of the West Central. Payson dropped down to 1-3. QND went to 2-1 and moved up in the conference. Central and Unity. Central is leading the conference 4-0. I'm not too sure. They're keeping people low scoring, too. I can't remember what the stat I saw there as far as not allowing maybe over 40 points or something, maybe even 30, Central. And now this team, of course, this Pecotonica team.
They want to play in the mid-70s is what they want to do, and they want to get up and down the floor. They're not very defense-oriented, I guess you would have to say. They'll let you go and score, but you got to turn around and get back, because they'll sit there and one pass and launch a three.
And, of course, they're from the conference, the Northwest Upstate Illini Conference. They're leading the conference. In that conference, they've got Dakota. You mentioned Lena Winslow, Durand, of course, they teamed up with in football. Pearl City and Orangeville Aquinas Catholic is that conference. The Northwest Upstate Illini, and as we mentioned, Notre Dame in the West Central.
Actually, that Orangeville team, that is Orangeville and Freeport-Aquin combined, because I guess Freeport-Aquin's down to about 120 kids in the school.
Oh, okay.
So, they decided to co-op with Orangeville, for boys basketball.
There you go. Coach Pettit, of course, giving you the breakdown up there. As we get ready for the game, Notre Dame's going to be in their road blue, trimmed in gold and white. Vegas gold at that. And Pecotonica will be in their home white. Looks like trimmed in blue. We don't have their warm-ups off yet. And we got all the warm-ups off for Notre Dame, so we don't know who's starting out there except for the guys who are maybe over on the bench might be an indication. Looking at that, it should be Aiden Gittenbacher, Alex Dance, Aiden Klauser, Noah Lunt, and Jace Allensworth, but we'll give a double check on that in a second. And, of course, an ad for State Farm. And in our pregame, we just had Coach Dance go by. Coach Pettit broke down the pregame. We'll talk to Coach Meyer in the postgame. They're brought to you by Kunis Honda and Kunis Hyundai. Hope everybody had a great holiday there. I popped in the other day. Still time to get that last-minute gift at the end of the year. New or used, Honda or Hyundai. Faith, family, and giving back. Pretty excited there. The Raiders of Notre Dame. As we mentioned, Aiden Gittenbacher will start. He'll wear number 2. Alex Dance, the point guard, he'll have number 3 on. That is Coach Brad Dance's son. Aiden Klauser wears number 4. Quick, lanky. And they do round out the way we expected. Noah Lunt wears number 14. And Jace Allensworth, number 15. Head coach Kevin Meyer. Brady Farrick's here coaching. He's only got 2 guys on the staff at the tournament. JV, I think, are at the MVIT, the Menden Invitational. We'll try to get an update on that. A lot of times when the JV has enough teams, they take the kids down there and allow them play. Here's your starters for Pecotonica. I had number 3 standing there, but I wasn't sure if he was going to go or if he's just the cheerleader in there. Cooper Hoffman, number 3, a 6'1" junior, wears number 3.
Quarterback on the football team.
Number 4, Brody Black, 5'10" junior. Number 11, Drew Williams, a 6'1" senior. Number 23, Jackson Dietrich, 6'3" junior. And rounding out the starting lineup, number 33, Mason Peterson, 6'1" senior. And you said he had 13 threes in a game. Well, we know who to watch here. And our officials tonight, the guys, it was great. They were talking to us beforehand. They got the last game tonight at 9:30. They got the 9 o'clock game tomorrow. They're wondering who they pissed off. So, guys, you got the late one. You're going to have the early one, too. Just go ahead and clean the gym up if you would, and we'll be ready to roll. Aiden Klauser in the center circle to jump. And it's tipped back to Dance. Raiders have it. And you're listening to Raider Basketball on megasportscode.com. Here at the State Farm Classic, glad you'd be with us. Ball's in the right corner. Allensworth back out to Klauser. Around the perimeter to the left side. Aiden Gittenbacher skips it to the right side. Jace Allensworth, good from 3. Allensworth opens the game up for a 3. Give the assist to Gittenbacher cross court.
Nice skip pass.
3-quarter court pressure. Notre Dame wants to put the pressure out there a little bit. Not give Pecotonica the chance to get it inside. Well, they got it inside there. Nice athletic move there. That was Hoffman. I watched him shoot a little bit in the beginning of the game. Stealed by Pecotonica. Very athletic. Shot from the left wing. Good from 3. Wow. Hoffman comes up with a 2, comes back with a 3. He has 5. And comes up on his numeral counterpart, Alex Dance. And you might as well give Hoffman the first foul of the game, too. Very active early in this game. I expected Notre Dame to come out and maybe put some pressure out. Hoffman will pick up Dance across the timeline. Dance hands off to Allensworth, skips it left side. Aiden Gittenbacher inside. Oh, a nice pass here and a nice reverse from the left side to the right by Aiden Klauser. Give the Gittenbacher a second assist. 5-5. We played a minute 15. In the right corner, firing a 3, quick. No good on the 3. Rebound, Alex Dance. 3 was taken there by Peterson. You heard Coach talk about him. Hesitation on the side. Allensworth gets it to go. Allensworth got down to the short corner, got bumped, fell backwards, hit the shot, and he's going to get an and 1.
Nice play. He, took the hit with his body, still floated, Nice touch and follow through.
And he gets the three-point play, and also that's the second team foul. I did not hear who they called it on. Nice job there by Jace, 8-5. Raiders with the lead. Indians with the basketball. Second Indian game for the Raiders. They were on the reservation the other night for Payson. Oh, a good spin move. He didn't finish it, and then he did. He had the chance to take the shot. He being Jason Dixon hesitated, then he went ahead and took it.
I thought that was pretty good defense by QND on that particular possession. Went straight up. You know, there was body contact, but he didn't go down on him. But the referee didn't see it that way.
Dietrich hits the first one. He'll have one more. It was on Jace Allensworth, his first. And the Raiders first. 2 for 2 on the free throw stripe. 8-7. Raiders waste no time bringing it down the court. Picking it up with a shot. No good. Off the glass. Getting the rebound. Jace Allensworth. Originally, Lunt took the shot. Allensworth was active inside. He's got 7 points already.
Well, this is definitely a Pecotonica pace. We've played 2 minutes, and it's a 10-7 game, so we're going to be looking at 20, 25 points in the first quarter.
Drive on the baseline. Bad pass there by Black. Picked up by Notre Dame on the far side. Dance getting pushed to the left side of the court, to his right. Comes around the left. Allensworth behind. Drops it down the low block. Skips over to the right corner. Dance had it, had to grab it. Started to go out of bounds. Ball works around the left side. Aiden Ginnebacher drives all the way down. Oh, and a break there. He tried to dish one off, just kind of dropped it there behind him for Klauser. And Drew Williams was right there. Luckily, it hit Williams' foot, went out of bounds.
Good patience by the Raiders on that. First look through, wasn't open. They brought it back out and ran their set again.
Klauser left baseline, brings it all the way out in front. Nice finger. Oh, and it rolls back out. Hit the back of the iron and came back. Lunt trying to use his feet for a football player. And there's an extra step traveling. Williams took it down the baseline, took an extra step and tried to head back out with the pass. And now we got full court pressure coming. Beaten right away. Allensworth to Dance. Dance takes it down, up, under, no good. Rebound. That was Hoffman on the other side. Quickly, though, they made Hoffman pick the ball up. He wanted to take off and head down court. Posting inside. Oh, great job by Aiden Ginnebacher. Helping on the weak side. He helped on Dietrich. Got the steal. Inside. Great move. Aiden Klauser got the pass, sent it to the right corner, got it back, and took it in for 2. 12-7. Raiders like the pace. Up 5. Hoffman works to the left side. Stepping up was Lunt to pick him up. Went back to the top, and there's a three-pointer. Brody Black, excuse me. Brody and Block in the same one 10 times fast.
I was going to say, the 5 that are out there on the court for Pecotonica, 4 of them can shoot the 3.
Dance drives in, reverse layup. Pops one more time on the rim, goes out. Nice move, tried to get to the side. Looks like Coach Meyer's going to go with a line change too, bring 4 out of 5 guys in. He's got Knoyer, Young, Bozarth, and his son. Hoffman goes in. Hoffman did a good job once he got up there. Good defense by Jace Allensworth coming across, but once he went up in the air, he at least made a good pass to the corner. Problem was there was no Indians in sight.
Yep.
So you got Knoyer and Young in the backcourt. Jace Allensworth stays in of the starting 5. Bozarth and Meyer down at the other end. Allensworth has the ball, goes right side to Bozarth. Man-to-man still coming from the Indians. In the high post, Meyer. Good backdoor cut by Knoyer. And a good pass from Meyer, high-low. Ball just took one extra bounce and came out. Driving down the lane, and Knoyer did a little check on Hoffman. Sent Hoffman about 6 feet forward. Team second foul, Knoyer's first. And he might have a little blood on the elbow after taking that dive.
Well, he's been hit by some of the best with Lena Winslow. I mean, they've won, 3 straight state championships and just got beat by Camp Point 14-0, in the state championship this year. So he's been hit by some of the best.
They've had their battles. Tyler Bird will come in while Hoffman's getting taped up. Right there. He will have to go out, though.
Well, I think, the scouting report, they're going to launch. They want to play in the mid-70s to 80, where they want to play. And I think Notre Dame, to be successful in this game, might want it to be mid-60s, 60 to 65. But we'll see how. And I tell you what, they let you go to the basket. We've missed about 3 layups now. You know, they let you go to the basket because they want to come down and jack a 3. You know, so maybe you might slow it down, run your offense, you know, and make them play defense and wear them out.
23, now he's shooting from the corner, missed the 3. He likes to try to post up. Allensworth got the long rebound for Notre Dame. Down the right side of the court, back to Allensworth. Skips over left side. Knoyer in the left corner. He skips it to the right corner. Connor Young's going to take a 3. Good! Connor Young hit the 3. I'll tell you what, Notre Dame has done that a lot so far, is they've gone corner to corner or wing to wing.
Yep. You always got to look opposite.
15-10. Here's a 3 over here. And it's good right from us, right in the corner. That was Peterson. That's 3 trays on their side. We have 2. But we've got the lead by 2. Allensworth, right corner, Knoyer. Knoyer's 3. And he's fouled. Looked like 13, which will be Jordan Gassman. Oh, we're in relation to Mark Gassman. And Knoyer gets to shoot 3. We've been there once already tonight. We missed the and 1, Allensworth. Dietrich was 2 for 2 when he shot. And silence in the gymnasium. Knoyer hits the first one.
To be honest with you, there's a pretty good crowd out here for, you know, starting at 9:30.
Oh, no doubt. Past a few people's bedtime. Knoyer will get 2 more. Wow, they let the other team do that stomping over there on the bench. I heard the sound. I thought it was our bench. Knoyer makes 2. He's got 1 more. And he hits all 3. That's how you take care of that one. There's a 3 on the charity stripe. 18-13. Raiders lead by 5 inside 3 minutes. First quarter action. Normal West, Jeff Wellman. Good job. Jackson Meyer got around his man, did not contact him. Tipped it out to Alex Dance. ND with the basketball and the lead. Allensworth's going to step up to the line. Good. He hits it from 3. Jace Allensworth hits his second 3. Jace lighting him up in the first quarter.
That was Tyler Bozart that made that one, 24.
Oh, did he make it, Coach?
Yeah.
I thought for sure that was.
Jace isn't in.
Oh, no, that's a bummer. Tyler Bozarth with the score. Excuse me there. I had Jace on a roll. That was on the other end there. 21-15. Inside, miss Raiders. Good look, point blank. Inside 2 minutes, first quarter action. Left side goes inside to Williams. Williams bounces it to a cutting, from the right wing. That was Gassman. Ball went inside. Williams immediately turned and looked when help came from the Raiders. 21-15, minute and a half left in the quarter. Meyer gets the ball to Bozarth. Bozarth takes a little couple baby steps in between. You know, it looked like his hairstyle for a minute there when he was running. Bozarth, Knoyer, and Meyer all take a break. That brings Lunt, Klauser, and Ginningermacher back. Dance and Young stay in as the guards. Hoffman brings it across left. He's got Lunt on him now. Crossover dribble. Passes in the corner. Almost a hesitation, almost a travel. And now lost the handle of the ball. That was Bird coming away with his Lunt. QND. ND with the basketball. On the block to Lunt. He kicks it out. Klauser's top of the key. High arching shot. Off the glass. Rolls out. Good job by Aiden Ginningermacher. Kept it alive. Lunt gets it, and the Raiders have another one. Inside 1 minute first quarter. Skips it from right to left. Young goes all the way in strong with the left hand. No good. Good strong move by Young. Bird with the rebound. In transition, the left-hander good. 14-footer. Gassman now comes in with a little shot. Gassman lighting him up a little bit. 4 straight points for the Indians of Pecotonica. Raiders have it across the timeline with 30 seconds left in the first quarter. Should take the last shot. Right side skips to left side. Young back to the top of the key. To the right side. 15 seconds left. Raiders work around the perimeter again. Young was behind. Pass it to Klauser in the corner. Back to Ginnebacher. Down to 6 seconds. Dance now calling out with 3. Dance spins. Dance's shot. Rolls in, rolls out. And Alex actually was looking like he was waiting for somebody else to be part of the play. I don't think it was a one-on-one play to end the quarter, but we have ended one quarter here at Normal West High School at the State Farm Classic. Our score, QND 21, Pecotonica 19, and this, of course, is mechasportsco.com. And looking at how the ball game started in the first quarter up here at the State Farm Classic. The 9:30 game. ND got that first 3 before Pecotonica hit 5. Raiders tied it up at 5. And then we got on an odd number here as the Raiders got up 8-5, 8-7, up 12-7. Raiders would get up 21-13 after Knoyer made 3 free throws on a missed 3 but got fouled. And then the 3 right behind that by the Raiders, Ty Bozarth, and that was an 8-point lead, but immediately 6 points dwindled right off, and 21-19 now.
Well, Pecotonica, the scouting report, didn't lie. They're going to shoot threes, whenever they get an open look, and that's off a transition or whatever. However, I think defensively they're not so strong. If I was the Raiders, I don't think I want to get into a running match with these guys, because right now we're at an 80-point pace, in 32 minutes, which is not how Notre Dame usually wins.
Pecotonica lobs it in, start off all the way down to the block. Williams then post up, but then doesn't go with it. He waits for Brody Black to come in, dishes off for a little layup. 21-21, and now it's an 8-point run, unanswered by the Indians of Pecotonica. Lunt comes to the left side, hands off to Allensworth. Allensworth back to Klauser. You got Ginnebacher and Dance. That rounds out the lineup. There's a pass that was tipped, heading in, and Ginnebacher knocks the ball out of bounds. One pass too many from Gaspin. It was a 2-on-2. Better off that he just took it or pull it back out and reset the offense. Pecotonica will get it under their own basket. Gaspin made a cut to the basket. Back to Black here in the corner. Williams almost had it knocked out there, did. And Noah Lunt using his feet. A couple times tonight where Noah's out there with good feet. Hoffman will trigger it.
Maybe we should talk to Good Feet about advertising.
There, and especially with him being a quarterback. Fading 3, no good, but Williams gets a strong rebound and then works his way in, steps down, and scores.
Once again, long shots are going to give long rebounds. That was a medium rebound, but still, you got to put a body on him.
And then he worked his way down as far as on his post move. Lunt at the high post, drops it down low. Oh, great cut, great shot from Allensworth, and it rolled out. Alex Dance is going to be called for a foul just after the timeline. Had his hand out with a little hand check. His first of the second quarter. Got to keep reminding myself of that. He said third, but actually it was a third of the half, but only one this quarter. Dance out, hounded on Black. Black will take it to the left side. Williams comes outside. He'll take the shot, but he likes to be inside. Nice little pull up, no good 15-footer. Long shot. Allensworth the rebound. Good pass over the head of, I said, of Hoffman, but about that time, Klauser got into the lane and ran into the Indian. Jackson Dietrich's first. His team's first in this quarter, and Klauser on the way to the basket will shoot 2. Aiden connects on the first one. He'll have one more. And that breaks that 10-point run of the Indians. Started in the end of the first quarter, brought it into the second quarter. Second one, no good. Rebounds inside by the Indians. That was Drew Williams. Williams down the right side of the court. Williams now gets the ball at the top of the key and sends it left side. Black. Had Young on him. Goes to Williams. Back out on the right wing. Allensworth playing some good defense. Bounce pass inside. That was a good position bounce pass. Heck of a move, too, by Williams. Ball hit the floor a couple times. And then squeezing it out of there is Peterson, and he went in for the basket. Ball just bounced the wrong way for the Raiders. 25-22, 6 minutes still left in the first half. Klauser drives in hard. Klauser goes up, has it swatted partially, almost still made it. Hoffman drives in. Hoffman uses his body. He is behind the backboard, but still has the presence to score. Hoffman's second foul. That's what we like to hear for the Raiders. Team second foul as well. They got a timeout with 5:44 left in the first half. 27-22. Pecotonica has the lead after that 10-point run from the first to second quarter. That's a good sign for the Raiders, though, and having Hoffman with 2 fouls. Very athletic and showing that last move.
And Pecotonica, you know, historically this year, they get their points in bunches. You know, when they get hot, they might hit 3-4 threes in a row, taking the ball to the hoop and going. I still think the Raiders need to slow it down, you know, run their sets, you know, make Pecotonica guard you because, you know, once again, if you make them guard, you know, fourth quarter, they won't have their legs, you know, and then their shots won't be going down, you know, and then you have an opportunity.
Coming out of the timeout, Raiders have the basketball. Young has it. Back to the top to Klauser. Ball to cutting Aiden Ginnenbacher. I believe Allensworth got in there for the putback there, Coach, didn't he?
Yep.
Allensworth all over tonight. First quarter, he had 10. He's got 12 already. Now, Coach, I just had 2 points, and we should have 26. And they got us for 24, and they gave the points on the other side, I think. I'm almost positive I should have 26-25. Instead, they've got the other side. And now on the other end, they're going to call a charge. Lunt's going to be called for it, his first. Team's second team foul. I'm still confused with the board up there. We're going to have to double check that. I've got 8 points for them. Well, they do have 27. Good block shot there by Young. Gets it to Klauser. And down at the other end, trying to go for a shot, I think it was Allensworth. Well, he got fouled. Or the ball went out of bounds, okay. Lunt gets a break. Jackson Meyer goes in. Box out of bounds play for the Raiders on the far end. Works around the perimeter. Allensworth has it on the left side. Ginnenbacher kicks left side to Klauser. Young's over there with him. 4 in the perimeter. Jackson Meyer working the high post. 4.5 left in the first half. Meyer gets it in the high post. He's waiting for somebody.
Very dangerous pass there.
Got it to Young to the left side to Klauser. Klauser sees a lane, goes all the way in. Oh, another one of those that rolls out. Klauser took it all the way in. It rolled out. He's going to get 2 shots, but he had an and one.
That's got to be at least 5 that's rolled out. That, God, I used to tell my guys, I don't get greedy, but, you know, if you get 5 layups, you better make 3 to 4 of them, especially if you don't get fouled.
Klauser made 1 of 2 the first time. He missed that one. I did not catch who that foul was on the other side. Thought he said Brody Black, but he had 2 numbers up. We'll check it. Klauser's second was good. 1 of 2, 27-25. Raiders are down by 2 halfway through the second quarter. Bozarth back in the game with Young. Canoyer also in there, Meyer and Dance. From the left corner, no good on the 3. Oh, Canoyer's ball almost got tipped there by Gassman sneaking up from behind him. Young goes left side. Bozarth looks for cutters. Comes back to Young at the top. Connor goes in, up, under, and good. Boy, I tell you what, not the shot you really want to take, high percentage, but Young got up in the air, and the arm was up, so he went ahead and put it up underneath it.
Now, this is the, you know, type of pace that I think the Raiders are going to have to play with, you know, with Pecotonica, because, I mean, we're halfway through the quarter, and we got, what, 8 points and 6 points.
Ball gets worked around the perimeter. Bozarth shoots a 3, no good. Rebounded by the Indians. Take it down the left side, that's Hoffman. Canoyer picks the ball up right away. Canoyer hounding still. Good job. Ball went to the left wing. Young was right there. Back to the top of the key. That's Black. Black works right side. Backdoor cut, and there it is. Lots of backdoor cuts, and they took that one. Good pass there. Gassman made the bucket.
Blue Devils, the Raiders are going to have to do a little bit better on the weak side defense and stepping up.
Raiders had the basketball. Inside 3 minutes and a half. There's a pick and roll, but lost. Canoyer going for the ball. It was out there. Williams took it away. A couple football players there on the pavement. Ball hits the floor. Hoffman saved it. Indians get another one. Takes it back out high. Shot from three, no good. Canoyer got the rebound. And after the rebound, it looked like Gassman did a little push. 13. So for Gassman, his second for sure. 4th team foul. I think he might have said he had his 3rd team foul. We'll keep it there and put a question mark. Left side, Young with basketball. In the high post to Meyer. Meyer gave it to Young. I don't know if Young really wanted it when he went by. Kicked back out to Canoyer. That was interesting. As he went by him, he kind of tossed it to him.
Good reset by Dance.
At the top, Meyer. Right side to Dance. Dance brings it back up. A couple hesitation dribbles. He'll go down the left corner. Now he comes back and gets the ball. And they're calling for a travel. He had the ball at the left elbow, made a move. I wasn't really watching that hard to see that move.
I thought it was a good sweep. I didn't see a travel on that one.
Well, good then. I'm glad I wasn't the only one there. Substitution. Dance stays in. Bozart, Lunt, Allensworth, and Ginnebacher come back in the ballgame. Black and Hoffman are in the backcourt for the Indians. Williams posting up. Gassman's going to take a seat. Coming back in the game, Drew Williams, number 11 for Pecotonica. And that other starter, the other is Mason Peterson. He's got 5 and only 1 3. But he's hiding down in that left corner right now. Black, he's got Dance on him. Pushing him to the left side of the court. 28 feet from the basket. And they'll get Dance for a hand check. Dance is second. And they got 2 fouls on the Raiders in the second quarter. 1:52 left in the second quarter. Dance takes a seat with those 2. I double check who came in for him at that time. Young's in there, so it must be Young as he replaces him at the guard. Hoffman. Boy, I tell you what, our guys left and our Young that was there, it'd been nice if they'd have stayed at home because he'd have had some help then for him. 4 straight points and a 4-point lead now for the Indians. Top of the key for the Raiders, work to the right side. That's Connor Young. Stops, 14-footer. Front of the iron, gets the rebound. Pumped once, and they call him for a travel on the move then. He pumped once after he got his own rebound. Looked like he was going to shuffle around the waist, and the traveling call came out. .110 and counting left first half action as Hoffman brings it across. You got Klauser on Hoffman. Double high post. Peterson's up there with Williams at the high post. Working the ball to the right side now is Williams. Allensworth has him. Inside 1 minute. Looks like Pecotonica, although they'll probably take a shot, they're really looking like they're looking for either the perfect shot or the last shot. Oh, and that's got to be a travel. That has to be a travel. He shot the ball from one side and he caught it on the other side.
Well, unless one of the Raiders deflected it or got a fingernail on it.
I didn't see anything. I saw him shoot it from one side, the other side, and now Allensworth does a great job of driving left baseline. He breaks into that 6-point run. Down to 22 seconds now with Hoffman. Hoffman very acrobatic on that shot, but yeah, I didn't clip it. And I know they always say, well, if you attempted to shoot, that counts. But I'm sorry, if you shoot a ball and then you catch it, it's traveling. Inside 10 seconds now. Hoffman at the top. Hoffman pulls up from 16. Rolls in, rolls out. Lunt tries to fire it. 3/4 court. Whoa, off the front of the iron. I didn't know if he had enough time to get the ball off, and that shot made it right on line and hit the front of the iron. And we have played a half here at Normal West High School. Your score, Pecotonica 33, the Quincy Notre Dame Raiders 29, and it is halftime at the State Farm Classic. And, of course, you're listening to Raider basketball and watching it on mechasportsco.com. As we stick right around here, there's no music here at all, not even a little background music. So you get Coach Pettit and I.
Why don't you sing?
Yeah, I will do that. Christmas is over, so I won't do any Christmas songs. You know, the Indians coming in here average 75 points a game, giving up 52.5. So you know they don't mind giving up some points if you're giving up 50 points. But if you're scoring 70, you're gonna win a lot of your games. And they came out for threes. They hit 3 in the first quarter. Raiders did a nice job of not allowing any in the second quarter, but you allowed 7 baskets and got outscored in the second quarter, 14-8.
Well, but the second quarter, you know, I keep talking, you know, pace. You know, the first quarter with 21-19, I believe, was the score at the end of one. You know, that's an 80-point pace. You know, now, you know, if you look at the score, 33-29, you know, we're at a 65-point pace. You know, which that's where I believe Notre Dame's going to have to play. And if you make them play defense and then, you know, limit their possessions, you know, is what you want to do. Because you get down to the end of the game, you know, and it's one of those, you know, close ball game, you know, they're going to, and I don't know if they'll play as freely as if they were running up and down the floor. And the only game they lost, they gave up, you know, 79 to South Beloit and scored 71. You know, so there'll be opportunities on the offensive end. I love what they did the second quarter, you know, made them play defense. You know, I think come fourth quarter with 4 minutes to go, you know, hopefully their legs will be a little bit heavier and then the shots won't go down, you know, like they are right now.
Well, they're doing a great job, I think, too. Well, they're following shots and they're, you know, getting extra opportunities out there. But they really work in the backside. You know, when they make a cut to the basket, somebody is there to bounce it over to the other side, making a cut to the basket. Yep. Those last couple of moves to the basket, you know, were easy passes, you know, from the other side to a guy cutting like the last one on the wing over here, you know, to the basket too. So they're very aggressive, and hopefully don't start hitting any threes. They hit those early in the game, the 3 of them. But as many as they shoot, if they start connecting on them, it can stretch your game out really pretty bad. You know, leading the way for the Raiders that first half. In the first quarter, Allensworth had 10. He had 4 more in the second quarter. So he had 14 points in the first half, leading the way. You've got Causer with 6. He had a couple from the free throw line. You had Young coming off the bench with 5. And other than Tyler Bozar's 3 and, you know, Canoyers, really, Allensworth's done all the scoring. You know, you got your starters of, you know, Lunt, Ginnebacher, Dance, all with no points yet. Who's our last starter there? Obviously somebody with nobody points. No, Clauser does have 6, so he's our other one there. That's right, him and Allensworth for that starter. So anyway, Coach, you got some scores throughout the day, too. We've had some fun here. Of course, earlier at Collinsville, the Blue Devils won 76-38, so they will advance to tomorrow against Belleville-Altoff. We will have that at mechasportsco.com as an 11:30 in the morning ball game, so be ready for that one. Coach Pettit and myself. And, of course, we were just over there at the crosstown at Bloomington High School gym where the girls just won 58-38. Was that our score there?
Yes.
Okay. Again, we have so many scores in our head. So there's your 2 Blue Devil scores. What else you got?
We had Rock Island down here at the State Farm Classic. They ended up playing Oswego earlier today, and they won 69-29. Always throw out, you know, Blue Devils are 3rd in the state in 4A. Number 1 team in 4A, Normal Community, which is also up here at the State Farm. They beat a North Chicago team 70-34. Moline beat Plainfield South down in Pekin Insurance Holiday Tournament 62-32. Sterling won at Taylorville 63-57 against Rochester. And also down in Taylorville, Marion beat Galesburg 68-50.
Well, lots of tournaments out there. And, of course, we also had some action going on with the college action and teams in town. I know John Wood will come up next week. Or what is today? Wednesday? I had to figure out what day it was. They've got their New Year's Classic on Saturday and Sunday. So if you get a chance to come out there and watch, I don't have the teams in front of me. Trailblazers are right now at 5 and 6. The Lady Blazers, they're 5-7. They won't be back in action until January 7th on the road at Carl Sandburg. And then their home game on the 10th against St. Louis Community College has been canceled. So they don't have a home game for about 3 or 4 more games into January out there. The QU Hawks, they're 7-5, and they play on January 3rd. They'll be at Rockhurst. So will the Lady Hawks that same one. Lady Hawks are 4-8. I believe those are a 1 and 3 o'clock game. Then also at 6 o'clock, or on the 6th, they will play Southwest Baptist. That's the Lady Hawks. And on the 6th, in Pepsi Arena, I'm not sure who they've got. I got Pepsi Arena there for the QU Hawks, but I don't have a team, but they will be home. So on January 6th, stop by out there. Let's see, we named out the Devils games, of course, today. Lady Raiders are off, 13-1. They're taking it easy here. And we mentioned last week, we watched Mizzou and Illinois getting ready for the December 22nd bragging rights game. I think Illinois took care of that bragging rights quite easily there. As what was that, 97-73 maybe, or something of that nature. That's taking it from a guess there, but Illinois played very well as it was at the Enterprise Center at 8 o'clock on the 22nd. Well, I'll tell you what, we got the, like we mentioned, the Quincy High girls tomorrow night will be at 8:30. They play PR Richwoods, who beat one right before their game, and actually handedly early in the game had a big lead, and then the game got a little bit closer on there. The Blue Devils, of course, we mentioned will be on tomorrow at 11:30 on Mecca Sports Co., and then they'll have a second game as well. And then the Raiders, depending on win or lose, they'll also play tomorrow, and the brackets have us playing. Normal U High beat Stanford Olympia right before us for this game, and so with a win, it's at the Shirk Center at 7 o'clock against Normal U High. If you lose, you end up playing Stanford Olympia, and that'll be a 2 o'clock game at the Shirk Center. So both games are at the Shirk Center. That's the Illinois Wesleyan facility, beautiful facility. I made my stop there to get my band on the way in. They didn't have any food yet, so I made my move over to Bloomington High School. Not bad on the sandwiches. Is that Avante's today?
Yes. Okay,
that's what I figured. Looks like Avante's may have actually improved their the outside of their building or something. When we drove down Main Street there, I just took a quick glance over to the left and saw it. It is amazing how much Bloomington Normal has changed over the years. I was talking to the assistant coach for the Blue Devils. Oh, darn, I can't remember her first name. And she had spent time up here at school and also after school, and we were talking about it because I look at that McDonald's. And that McDonald's was on the wedge, and it was an old McDonald's. And nowadays, it's taken up a lot of property, and it's a pretty nice. In fact, all the new buildings that they've got in town, a lot of nice hotels or apartments, and then down below they have a Buffalo Wild Wings or different type businesses. So it's amazing how times have changed, but in your college towns. And of course, when we went to school in college, Coach, we came in with one hamper of clothes and maybe a TV or something if we were lucky, a radio. Nowadays it takes 2 truckloads and a U-Haul to get your kid to college.
Oh, at least. At least.
Times have changed. Oh, that's our high school and college action. We got anything else going on in the area? I feel like we've missed something there, but I guess not. I'm flipping through my notes there. Nope, I guess it's all about high school basketball and during the holidays. So
let me see if I can.
So second half, Coach, we got it going here. You're in the locker room, you're fly on the wall. What did Coach Meyer tell his squad?
Well, I think they need to bottle up what they did the second quarter defensively, because if you can hold Pecotonica to 14, 15 points per quarter, I think they will give up 20. You know what I mean? So if we can find that recipe, because if you give them 30 more points, you're at 63 points. And with the defense that Pecotonica plays, I think we've got an opportunity to come out on top on this one against a very good team.
Need to watch your mistakes, as you do with every game. The keys are, silly mistakes and unforced turnovers never do help, but that's an obvious there. Coach obvious with that call. As the Raiders wrap it up here on the court and get ready.
Well, and, to be honest with you, we had 4 or 5, once again, shots that, were point blank, that we didn't get fouled on, that did not go in, that if you, like I say, if you make those, shoot, you're up by 6 right now, looking at, putting a little bit of pressure on Pecotonica, and then we'll see if the pressure, gets to them, come fourth quarter.
Well, we look at that really key there. Raiders were up in the first quarter 21-13, had an 8-point lead, and that's where the end of the quarter and into the next quarter didn't look very good as they gave up the last 6 points of the first quarter, turned around, gave up the first 4 points of the second quarter, so a 10-point unanswered run. The Raiders were up 8 and found themselves down 2 and have not been able to get ahead since then. And of course, that nice little run, there's just a little bitty one, but a 6-point run in the second quarter for Pecotonica. And so you've got a 16. Anytime you can go 16-2, that's a plus.
Oh, yeah.
Raiders going to have the ball to start the second quarter off. Alex Dance, Aiden Klauser, Aiden Ginnembacher, Noah Lunt, and Jace Allensworth in for the Raiders. Lunt's going to ride the high post. Boy, almost lost the ball. Luckily, behind him was Ginnembacher. On the other side, Drew Williams will be out there playing the inside. Cooper Hoffman outside and quick. We've got Jordan Gassman. Gassman got in there a little bit more, as well as Brody Black. And rounding out the lineup as Ginnembacher takes a 3 from the right side and misses it is Mason Peterson. He's only got 5 points. He's the guy that hit 13 threes earlier this season. Here's a loose ball, and then Klauser comes away with it. He gives it away to Ginnembacher. Ginnembacher slashes to the hole. Aiden with his first points of the night, and it's in the third quarter. Very nice job there, slashing to the hole. Raiders are within 2. Ball in the left corner comes out high to Williams. Williams has Lund on him. And Klauser took a step up, knocked the ball away. And it will go back to the Indians, right in front of their bench, actually the scoring table.
I mean, if I was Coach Meyer, I might want to look at not letting Hoffman get the ball, because as he goes, so goes Pecotonica.
Yeah, not only shooting, but he drives the hole, he passes.
Oh, yeah. He does everything.
Very athletic. In the left corner. Boy, I thought he kept the hand on top of the ball. That was Peterson. He dribbled high, and it went up over his head. But as long as you keep your hand on top of the ball,
yep.
There was enough hesitation there to call the double dribble. And 1 minute into the quarter, and Raiders have a chance to tie it up. Lund at the top of the key, works to the right side. Dance comes behind the screen, takes the 3. Good! Alex Dance hits the 3. Nice setup for the Raiders. First 5 points, and Raiders have the lead, 34-33.
Came off that screen with no hesitation.
Back to the top of the key, shot no good by Williams. Jace Allensworth with a great rebound there. Dance is going to bring it back between the circles. Joining him at the top is Klauser. Brings it this way to Aiden Ginnembacher. Top of the key is Lunt. He steps up. Good backdoor cut. Ginnembacher went up for the shot, lost a handle on the ball, came back down. Luckily, they didn't call traveling.
And Hoffman was down around his ankles getting the ball.
And it was a jump ball, and it went back over to Pecotonica. Crossover dribble. Yeah, he likes to take a step back, too. Klauser's got the quickness to stay with him. That's what you like, and the jumping ability. Left side shot, no good. Rebound on the weak side, Aiden Ginnembacher. Outlet for the Raiders. Dance down the left side of the court. He stops on the wing, hesitates again, goes in, does a little push-off on Williams, misses the shot, but Ginnembacher tracks it down for the Raiders.
Good patience by the Raiders, pulling it back out, running another set.
Allensworth comes this way, looked for a backdoor cut, didn't have it. Gives out to Lunt top. Lunt protects himself as Peterson was right there trying to take the ball away. Ginnembacher gets bumped up here. Raiders working on the perimeter. Allensworth kicks it back out. Aiden Ginnembacher, top of the key. Ooh, off the front of the iron. Noah Lunt hits the floor. Rebounded and out by Hoffman. Hoffman. Klauser tried to beat him to the spot, got called for the foul. Should be Aiden's first. Aiden's first. First of the second half with 5:11 left in the third quarter.
And once again, I know I keep talking about pace, but they haven't scored in the first 3 minutes here of the third quarter.
Hoffman has the ball looking to try to score. Out to Black. Black comes up in the high post to Williams. In the corner, Hoffman takes a 3, no good. Ball hit the floor, Dance picks it up. That means you're screening out. Allensworth, crossover dribble. And he found a bounce pass to Aiden Ginnembacher, but it will be a foul on the Indians.
Yeah, this is Notre Dame pace. They want it as ugly as humanly possible, and they would love to have it in the 50s.
They just called that on Klauser when they meant to call it on Black. Ball gets inside, gets tipped away, but Allensworth comes up with it. Allensworth goes in with a little floater that rolls out. That was a shame. That was point blank again. Other end. Gassman goes down to Hoffman. Hoffman went up strong. Hoffman made a good move on that one. Raiders on the other end. Klauser. And that's a great one. That Euro-Asian slowdown. Klauser with the bucket.
Once again, we have Ole defense by Pecotonica.
Hoffman made that good move on the other end. Shot from outside. 3, no good. Ball's being tipped around. Williams gets it inside. Williams misses it. And tipping the ball in was Peterson. And he got fouled while doing it. He'll get an and one.
Off the basket by Mason Peterson. Fouls out number 4, Klauser, his first, team second. One shot from Mason Peterson.
Did he say Klauser on that one? Well, he said first, which should have been his second, but that's all right. Team second. More importantly, it was the 1-point lead with 4:09 left in the quarter. Give that a 2-point lead as he follows up with the and one. Peterson has 8. Raiders with the basketball, down 2. Dance comes to the right side, on the wing, skips up to the top. Canoyer who's in. Canoyer goes up, under, finger roll. Wow. That's like what, the second or third time we've seen that shot tonight, Coach. And of course, I'm not a real big fan of it, but I'll take it. It's one of those, no, nice shot. 38-38. And we got a push inside. That probably was good as Hoffman was cutting through the lane, got the pass, and was going to have a point-blank layup. They're going to call it on Dance. Dance gets his second foul. 3 for the Raiders in the third quarter. Ball inbounded. That was a little
off on 1 foot.
Yes, I didn't get that. That looked like a Steve Spanish jack-around shot from 30 feet. Williams missed it. Here comes Dance starting to drive. And luckily, I'll tell you what, I'm not sure if Dance was either going to fall out of bounds or travel, but he got a little help there from Tyler Bird. Bird's first, team second. Raiders have 3 in the third quarter. Bo F-Tank in for the first time. He'll trigger the box out of bounds play. And we got Lazy into the corner. Now he dribbled that once and then dribbled that again. They didn't catch that. Canoyer's going to be whistled for the foul, so look at that. You throw the ball away, and then you commit a foul. 4th one of the quarter with 3:27 left. You can't get lazy with them bounce passes in, and especially in the corner. Everybody's looking for it. Here's Hoffman bringing the ball down. He had 11 in the first half. He's got 13 in the ball game. Crossover 2 or 3. Drove right by everybody, but lost the ball. Young has it. Young's trying to track down Bird. And blocking the shot from behind was Gassman. That was kind of unfair because, Young's really working hard against the one man, Bird, and all of a sudden the shot was blocked from behind by somebody else. Ball out of bounds. Shot no good by F-Tank. Jackson Meyer kept it alive. And now they call Canoyer. Somebody's up in the stands that didn't like that. As now this official out here, they're both talking about it. I think they might have had 2 different calls. Canoyer got whistled on the one.
Giving Notre Dame the ball out, so he must call it on the Pecotonica kid.
Well, I was going to say, called something, but nobody ever said what the foul was. Raiders with the basketball. Tied 38-38. Young with a step back. No good. Jackson Meyer went in. Wow, that was interesting. Canoyer and Meyer were both standing there. Meyer was losing his balance.
I think 13 might have given him a little push.
Maybe that's why.
Well, wait, but 13, skinny kid, about 6'1", 6'2", and you got the coach's son, who's offensive tackle. You know what I mean? It's like he went down pretty quick.
Wow, ball was inbounded. F-Tank, Bird all over him. Gets it out to Canoyer here on the right side. Canoyer went left side. Wasn't really sure about that pass. Young, a lot of one-on-one. Bo F-Tank from the right corner. Oh, it was a good shot. Aiden Gettenbacher got the rebound. Gets it back out to F-Tank. Good job.
Patience.
Yeah, it was just a little need to settle down here because, you say, one step away from the travel. Knoyer gets it back out, and Young will set it up. That's what I like to see. 2:25 and counting left. Third quarter action.
They seem to be sped up a little bit.
Stepping in, Young, 15-footer, no good. Long rebound, it came out to Hoffman. And probably a good foul down there because Hoffman was going to get ahead. Once he got ahead, he was going to score. And I think Young went ahead and committed the foul.
On the drive, take it out. You got 1-on-1 or 2 shots yet? Or
His second. And I didn't. Yep, that was number 5 right there. So 2 shots there. Hoffman goes to shoot 2. And you still have 2:11 left of the quarter. So you got to watch it. Hoffman at the free throw line. Rolls in and out. He's not been at the free throw line yet tonight. Klauser's coming in. Meyer's going to take a break.
That's about the only thing that he hasn't done well tonight is shoot
free
free throws,
throws.
and he's 0 for 1. And that'll probably change.
Second one is good. 1 for 2. 39-38, 2 minutes, 9 seconds. Ball knocked out of bounds.
Yo, Blue Devils sideline out of bounds play. Off a make.
Young, when they first ran that play, it looked like we were going to go all the way down here for an alley-oop, and I was hoping they didn't. Young on the drive, kicks out in the left corner. Aiden Gittenbacher, no good. Bo F-Tank, and I thought Bo was coming to him. Bird is a short little guy, but he's got his hands and his arms all over you all the time. Now the problem with that one is, for F-Tank,
they're shooting free throws
exactly,
now.
it's only his first. But we're walking down 85 feet every time the last 2 minutes. This time it's going to be Bird shooting 2. And see, here's where we go again with the bonus. Usually it's 7, so we're not even at 7, you're at 5. All right? And then, you get to 10. But then all of a sudden after 2 minutes, it's back to 0 again, which I guess is okay. But like the bonus, that was a bonus right there. He missed it. He wouldn't have got to shoot that second shot. Bird gets 1 of 2. 40-38, inside 2 minutes. Raiders are down by 2. Knoyer goes into the lane and then stops, kicks it back out, resets. Young's going to set the offense. Left side to Klauser. He runs down the lane. Klauser back to the top. Knoyer, boy, he's getting handled a lot. Wow. Knoyer's a little out of control, but Williams has got his hands on him a lot. Riding him pretty heavy there. Pecotonica with the basketball. They got a 2-point lead, 1:30 left in the quarter. It's the third. Normal West, Jeff Wellman, Dave Pettit. Hoffman looking for that crossover. Does again. Goes all the way to the basket. I don't know how he got it up. He beat Knoyer, and then he used his body to beat Klauser too. Nice move by Hoffman. He has 5 in the quarter. 4-point lead now by Pecotonica. Top is Aiden Gittenbacher. All the way over the left side. Young's got it. Comes over here to the right corner. Klauser goes in. Up off the glass. No good, but he gets the rebound on the weak side. Nice job by Aiden Klauser. Great move, and he's getting those moves off the glass, but angles are just slightly off. Klauser on the left wing. Down to 50 seconds. Raiders bring it over here to Aiden. There it is. It's that reach out when the guy goes by you and you hold him, and that's what Mason Peterson did.
Okay, we're shooting well, 1-on-1, so take the ball to the hole now. Take the
got
ball
4.
to the hole.
Yep, 4 of them right now. You get the 5th one for the last 46 seconds. Connor Young has the basketball. Back to the circle. At half court, left side, Gittenbacher. Klauser in the left corner. Works it back up. Lunt comes this way. Lunt will give it to Gittenbacher. Gittenbacher. Oh, a nice little wraparound pass. Now it kicks out to the left corner. Tyler Bozarth, no good for 3. And Aiden Gittenbacher, I thought, was doing a great job along with Lunt to get in position for rebound. They're going to say Noah Lunt was pushing. And so, again, we walk 85 feet with 26.8.
So the last 3 points I believe they have are on free throws here at the end of this quarter.
Well, they had that 2 just a minute ago.
Okay.
They had the and 1, then 2 free throws, or the back end of each of 2 shot free throws. Then they just made a bucket on the last one. That free throw was good by Jackson Dietrich. He's got one more. I did not catch who they called the foul on. I'm always on the wrong end for the board that has that. Allensworth back in the ball game. Young takes a break. 26.8. Second shot is good. But that's what we talked about, the free throws and the double bonuses with 5. Look at you, just scored 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points out of the 7 from the charity stripe. Raiders are down by 6, 44-38 after being tied at 38. 4 on the perimeter. High post is Noah Lunt. Klauser started to go, he backed up. Lunt. And Lunt started to make a move and started to make a spin, but before that, he had to put the ball down, and Noah traveled. Not the way you want to end the quarter. You've just allowed 6 straight points, 4 from the charity stripe. Down to 9 seconds and counting. Hoffman starts to drive in. Lunt helped. A step back. Partially blocked, it looked like. Ball being tipped around. Allensworth gets to it, almost, but it buzzes. That's the end of the third quarter here at Normal West at the State Farm Classic. The small school boys. Your score after 3. Pecotonica Indians 44 and the Raiders of Quincy Notre Dame 38. Down by 6. Fourth quarter is coming up on mechasportsco.com. You know, after 9:30, Coach, it gets a little quiet in these gymnasiums. The bands go away and everybody and, you know.
I'm looking at what the 6-0 run with probably the last 1 minute, you know, of the third quarter. You know, because, God, it was, 46 seconds left, and the you know, Raiders finally got into their thing if they would have got fouled. But, last minute and a half, 2 minutes maybe, 6-0 run, and like I say, 4 of the 6 were free throws.
Yep, 38-38 before that. And looking at the quarter as a whole, I mean, Pecotonica only got 11. Raiders scored 9, so it was 11-9. So like you talked about defensively-wise, 14 and 11 the last 2. That's a 25 for a half. That's a 50 for a game. Much better than that first one at 19.
Well, and I'll tell you what, and once again, not making excuses, but we've had a lot of layups, point-blank shots that we aren't getting fouled on and not putting them down and not finishing. So, guys, this could be a completely different ball game.
And we did that fouls in the third quarter with double bonus and put people on the line. Raiders have the ball to start the fourth. Dance, Klauser, Allensworth, Ginnebacher, and Lunt for the Raiders in their road blue. On the other side, Bird's playing defense. It's in the high post of Lunt. Back out. Oh, luckily Klauser was behind that play as Ginnebacher left and the pass was thrown where he was at. 30 seconds in the last quarter. On the perimeter, back to the high post, Noah Lunt. He faced up. He's trying to work against Williams. And he gets his shot blocked. And I get the ball. Raiders will get it. Last touch by me. I was ready for it, Coach. Yeah, you were starting to come out. Dance the trigger right in front of us.
I think the Raiders need to put somebody in there at the free throw line that can get it and take it to the hole. You know, like maybe Allensworth. You know, it's like, shoot.
Noah's had the ball a couple times in there, and he's looked to shoot, but not shoot enough. And the move he's made, the last one was a travel, or 2 moves ago. I understand where you're pointing there. And leave Noah down on the block, on the low.
And maybe even put, shoot, I wouldn't mind putting Dance, you know, in there in the middle, have him catch it, face, you know, jab step, make a pass. I mean, God,
yeah,
Klauser,
somebody can take the shot and make the move.
Allensworth, put him in there.
I like that indeed. And the ball's down here in the corner, right where it went out, towards us. Says, come on down here towards us. We won't bite. Dance will trigger it in. Oh, a lob up in there. You know, that really, for somebody who can jump up, good backdoor cut, or not backdoor cut, just cut. Ginnebacher made the cut. Klauser made the pass. Good job.
That was Bruce Douglas to Michael Payne right there. I've seen that before.
And we'll take that one. Ginnebacher with his second bucket of the night. 1 minute in the fourth quarter, only down 4 now. And a 5-second call. Good job there. Bird was over there on the corner. Picked the basketball up. Alex Dance played good defense. And Raider basketball.
Well, once again, when the guy that you're guarding picks the ball up, you need to get on him, call it dead, 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 and everybody else get in the passing lanes.
Raiders with the basketball, down 4. Allensworth stopped at the left, kicked it back out top. Dance will get it and reset the offense.
Nice patience by the Raiders.
Ginnebacher comes to this right wing, then leaves. Klauser pops up at the top. He goes left side, skips it all the way over here, almost out of bounds. Dance saves it. 6:30 left in the ball game.
Reset it, run another good play here.
Still in the high post is Lunt. Ball goes left side, Allensworth. Dance cuts down the lane. Klauser's on this side. Then reset again to the left side. Here to the right corner. Klauser for 3, no good, over the basket. Weak side, and the rebound was there. Getting the rebound was Dietrich, then he tried to lob it down court to Drew Williams over his head. So a break for the Raiders with 6:02 left in this one.
Once again, limiting possessions. Pecotonica is getting a little bit sloppy.
Raiders now have the basketball in the half court set. Allensworth waves traffic, gets Klauser. He's 28 feet, back to the top of the key, out of Lunt's range. Ooh, getting a little closer. Got to make those passes a little crisper and come to the ball. Inside, Lunt, strong. Oh, almost an and one. Lunt got fouled.
Another one just rolled off the rim.
So close. Lunt will shoot 2, though.
Number 11, Drew Williams, his first, team's first.
First foul against Drew Williams, number 11. Team's first in the fourth quarter. And that puts Lunt in line to shoot 2. And off the left. Got to get the dead ball points. Raiders in the first quarter were 3 for 4. Second quarter, 2 for 4. That's 5 for 8. And that's where they're at now, 5 for 9 for the game.
5 for 9.
Second one, 6 for 10. Lunt 1 for 2. Raiders with the only 3 points in the quarter for 1:30. Still down by 3 though, 44-41. Hoffman coming to the right side. Comes flying in there. That's where we need to get somebody to step up for a charge. Kicks it back outside, and there's Peterson. He hits a 3-pointer. Ball down here, and there's a great pass down court. Allensworth, the snowbird. Jace got the basket. First of the second half. Hoffman will send it down into the corner. That's Williams, brings it all the way back out front. Bird gets it on the wing. Bird takes a 3, comes up short. And not liking the call inside, I believe it's Dietrich on the rebound.
Slap the floor. I mean, some officials going to give you a T on that one if you show them up like that.
They've been watching. They watched him a little bit before he made the call there. That was his second foul for a physical guy, and the team's second with 5 minutes exactly left in this ball game. 47-43. Raiders are down by 4. Dance across the timeline, gets it to Allensworth. Allensworth around doing the old, I love to say the Harlem Globetrotters when you have 4 out on the perimeter, doing that little weave. Lunt to Klauser. Klauser, one dribble and picks it up. So you weren't, closing down the passing, and then you didn't give your chance for Allensworth to get set up on the other side. Timing was pretty bad on that one, and a bad turnover. Down 4. You cannot have turnovers in that case when you're trying to make a comeback.
Well, I'll tell you what, I've loved what I've seen with these 2 teams because they're coming off, maybe an 8-day layoff, something like that. And to be honest with you, they've been pretty crisp, as far as the offense. Very few turnovers. They've taken care of the basketball. So, I look forward to the last 4 minutes and 40 seconds. I think it's going to be a good ball game.
Well, and the turnovers we have had have been unforced at times. We've gotten out there and we're running that 4 perimeter where you have Lunt in the high post, and the 4 guys basically are kind of working the outside, handing the ball off, basically around the perimeter, and then looking for that one guy to make a cut to the back door, or if it goes into the high post, looking for a cut out of that. Sometimes it gets a little stretched out, and then pretty soon Pecotonica starts filling in the lanes and getting ahead of the play because they're anticipating. That's, of course, when you're looking for the back door is when they anticipate the pass.
Well, and to be honest with you, I'd like to see Notre Dame run their other set to where they do the guard on one block, going screening for the other one, swinging the ball, and then get the ball down low. and taking it to the hole and using your height advantage.
And that's usually an easy score for the Raiders when they do that.
Yep.
Hoffman, a good drive in there. We got a foul. Hoffman's going to shoot 2. Tell you what, he is pretty acrobatic with his body.
Oh, he's a good athlete, very good athlete.
His second, team's first.
Only his second.
And he's a junior, so
Team's
he'll be
first.
back next year, too, on the football field and on the basketball court.
Yeah, he makes some good moves. And when he gets in the air, he's not a contortionist, but he gets up and he really moves his body and the ball.
And he's kind of thin, but he's a very physical player also.
So I'm making a couple moves to the basket early during warm-up. Second was no good. Rebound there by Noah Lunt. Nice job. 48-43. Raiders are down by 5 with the basketball. Alex Dance brings it out here to the left corner, to the right corner. Shot was in and out by Aiden Ginnebacher. And that was a tough one, too, because that ball went in, out on the other side. Rebounding on the other side was Dietrich. Klaus is going to be called for the foul. It'll be his third. Only the second on the Raiders in the fourth quarter. Getting a break, Aiden Ginnebacher and Aiden Klauser. Knoyer back in the ball game, as well as Connor Young. Dance, Allensworth, and Lunt stay in. Hoffman with Knoyer on him. Brings it in, then takes it back out. I don't know that Knoyer's got the steps. He's got the physicalness to play Hoffman, but I don't think he has the steps to stay with him.
Well, and once he passes the ball, you got to get up on him so he doesn't get it back.
Knoyer right there, it wasn't
twice.
there.
Yeah, twice he passed the ball off, and then he caught it, then he went over and got it back. He throws it there, don't let him get it. There,
Yep.
but
Right now
much
you got it.
better.
Yep. And Bird, not paying any attention where he was, stepped out of bounds on his move. Coach is telling him, no, he got pushed out of bounds. Well, guess what? Ain't going to go that way this time. 3:37 left. Raiders down 5. Need to make every possession count offensively. At the top, Knoyer almost travels.
Right
There's
there.
that move you mentioned. Oh, the great play, Coach. We talked about it. Lunt was on the weak side, came after the screen for the easy bucket. We wanted that play called.
I would keep running that till they stop it.
Hoffman with the basketball. Starts the drive. Hesitates twice. Shot for the
Good
right
challenge.
corner.
Good challenge.
Allensworth got the rebound. They tried to get a charge on Hoffman, too. It was a little late. In transition, Lunt.
Patience.
Back out to Jace Allensworth. It goes to the top of the key. Shot in and out. Rebounded out there by Williams. Check that, Dietrich.
Too quick. I'd rather see them, run another set, get underneath, maybe a three-point play the old-fashioned way.
You got a 48-45 down 3. Yeah, that would have made it a one-point game. Or possibly with the old-fashioned a tie ball game. Knoyer out high. Crossovers left and right. Hoffman. Hoffman almost lost the handle on the ball.
Don't let him get it back now.
Peterson in, back out. Hoffman has it top, fakes, now steps in, takes the free throw, good. Didn't like his first shot, stepped in a little bit closer.
Knoyer kind of lost him there as he went through the lane.
Little runner there, nice job by Jace Allensworth. Took it out to the middle of the lane. Nice soft touch. With the height and the ability for him to slash a little bit, that's a nice move. 2 minutes left in this ball game. Raiders are down by 3. Oh, and this time Hoffman screwed up and traveled. Hoffman's got a good crossover dribble.
Great defense by Dance on that play.
And he's got a great move, but when you're staying on him, he loses the handle on the ball pretty easy.
Dance did a great job moving his feet, taking the bump, and then came back up on him, and then he lost the ball.
Raiders with the basketball down 3. 1 second under 2 minutes.
Let's run our stuff here and get a good shot.
Dance the Clouser, top of the key, to the left side, Allensworth. Allensworth looked, brings it back up top. We got a battle inside. Oh, no, it went up and hit the cable.
Yep.
Three-pointer out high, Young missed it. It hit the rim, went straight up. Now, you would think, and I've thought this with the CYO, and then why don't you pull the cable up and tape it up, because some of those shots go up and come back down. Oh, a little push out there. Dance doing a nice job on his numero counterpart.
Don't let him get it back. Don't let him get it back.
Dixon on the other side. Dixon's working all the right hand. Now he come back to the left there, but he was looking like he didn't want to use that left hand. And on the weak side, Dance is getting pushed around by Hoffman, trying to get position. He's going to whistle for his third, I believe.
It's all right. It's all right. We got 126 left. We got a lot of time. You know, that's why, you know, I think the last 2 threes that they shot, a little bit fast. You know, run your offense, get it down to 1, then we can see.
I believe they called that dance, might have been his 4th foul, and maybe the 4th Raider foul. I only had 3 fouls on the Raiders. If it is the 4th, that means double bonus the last minute 26.
Well, and you know, Pecotonica is pretty good, but once again, they haven't shot very good free throws either. What's Hoffman, 1 for 3, I believe, if I'm not mistaken?
Yes. No, 2 for 4.
2 for 4. You know what I mean? And that's, you know, you basically want to have him.
I had to check my team fouls there just to make sure we were right. They have 2, we have 3 in this quarter with 1:26 left in the ball game.
Watch out, they're going to post up. No. I would have posted up Hoffman right there with everybody else outside.
Lunt back in the game. He's taking on Dietrich out high. Ball goes out to Hoffman now. Hoffman being hounded by Young. Trying to dribble it all out. Now he drives to the basket. Fouling. You know, and that's one thing that Hoffman does a lot of. He does a lot of pulling the ball down and back up when he goes for a layup and spinning around with the, you know. So if you can keep your hands up away from making the shot, he's going to have to take some acrobatic shots. Dixon inside. Thank goodness it did not go in. Young stepped in. I don't know how they let Dixon get that close to the basket for the pass. Young will be whistled. Should be his 3rd. At the line. 2 shots by Dietrich. He's 5 for 5 so far tonight. Not the guy you want to foul. Young takes a seat. Alex Dance back in the ball game. There's a guy I don't want to foul. He's 6 for 6 tonight. 52-47. 5 points down. 1 minute left in this one. Got to get a quick score. Double team there. Lunt kicks it back out to Klauser. He goes left side. Dance starts to drive baseline. Finds the right corner. Jace Allensworth. Good from 3. Allensworth hits the 3. Give the assist to Dance. Dance came down the left corner, down the left baseline, and wrapped it around, and right in front of us is Jace Allensworth for the shot.
Big shot by the sophomore. 2-point game now with 50 seconds to go. We'll see what Coach Myers comes with out of the timeout here, whether he's going to put on full court pressure or just pick up half court. Are you going to send somebody at Hoffman, get the ball out of his hands, not let him get it back? Because as far as creating, you know, he's the guy they want the ball in his hands. So, you know, if anything you can do to disrupt that, whether it be running somebody at him, you know, back here, you know, in the back court, you know, to where you can recover and then not let him get the ball back, and then see who wants to make the play for Pecotonica besides Hoffman.
Yeah, big 3-point play there by Allensworth, though. Gives it to a 2-point game, which is nice. That's a 1 basket. Mm-hmm. And with 50 seconds left, we do have 4 fouls, I believe, so it'll be a double bonus. They're 3 away, Pecotonica. So we're not going to be at the free throw line the last 50 seconds, I doubt.
Well, and to be honest with you, I think most of these kids are probably going to be pretty good free throw shooters. I'm surprised Hoffman's not a 90%er, to be honest with you.
4 guys all out of bounds, 1 guy inbounds. Can you have 4 out of bounds? Oh, that was a travel right there. He took 1 extra step right there in your living room. Dietrich, slow him up a little bit. He'll stop. Dietrich comes across.
He's the one you don't want to foul.
And look at though, but he's all right hand on his dribbling.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Ball out on the perimeter. Hoffman now has it. We're down to 30 seconds.
You gotta start
Ball
fouling.
across to Black.
You gotta foul.
Black gets it to Williams. Oh, I wanted to see Williams hand that ball off there, or actually Dietrich, excuse me. Williams is number 11. Dietrich's 23. So Dietrich to the line to shoot 2, where he is 6 for 6. Jenks. 4 Raiders on the free throw line. 25.2. First one's good. Well, now you know why he's dribbling the basketball. But when he is dribbling the basketball, he is dribbling it one-handed. He does not go to the left very much.
Well, and, you know, basically right now the Raiders need to, you know, push the ball down the floor, at least get a 2. At least get a 2, you know, and then immediately when they get it back in, foul.
Ball goes in after it rolls around, does a 360. Almost does a 720. So 8 for 8 from Dietrich. 2 for 4 for Hoffman, 1 for 2 for Bird, and 1 for 1 for Peterson. So with that, 4, 12 for 15. And that makes it 80% on the night. If you can shoot 80% as a team, you're going to win a lot of ball games. 20.
Well, especially when you get down to this time of the game, you know, when you're up by 2, you know, you go to the free throw line, hit a couple more, and then, you know, come down, try to get a stop, get a rebound, you're going to get fouled again. So, yeah, if you're shooting free throws, you know, and I always look at the high school, if you can shoot free throws at 70%, let alone 80%, you'll win a lot of ball games if you can handle the basketball, you know, and play defense.
That's what we're going to do here in the last 25.2. Pecotonica is going to put some pressure on the Raiders, so waste some time, even get the ball down the court, let alone score. Raiders got to get 2 scores. Ginnebacher across the timeline to Dance, gives it to Allensworth. A lot of stuff way away from the basket. And a cheap foul on the side. That was Mason Peterson, his second.
Well, and they've got, what, 2 more fouls to give?
Exactly.
Is that the 3rd foul? So, you know, let them dribble a little bit and, you know, make sure you are not fouling, you know, when they're getting ready to shoot.
13.6, so look at that. We wasted half our time,
yeah,
and the perimeter was where we were working on the ball. When in that type of game where you're down to 25 seconds,
you
and
take
you need 2
it
scores,
strong to the hole,
yeah,
you know, and get your 2 points. Then you go man pressure, and you know, try to get a steal or a deflection. If not, immediate foul.
And what you also, at least if you're not gonna have one guy going to the hole, at least run some play that goes towards the basket.
Yeah.
You know, with a pick and roll or somebody's cutting to the basket. That was all in the perimeter. You know, and we're spending too much.
I would still like to see that back screen down there on the block with the guard going and screen, because every time they run it tonight, it worked.
Here we go, inbounded. Allensworth pulls up. Oh, almost in for 3. And a rebound there. Rebound came down from Dietrich. He's going to go down and shoot some more. Aiden Ginnebacher. His first foul. He had to foul this late in the ball game. 8.1. 54-50. Well, I'll tell you what, the Raiders played this team very well, and for being number 2 in Class 1A.
Well, hey, you know, I mean, you see a lot of the 1A schools down, you know, in the Quincy area. You know, I mean, how does Pecotonica compare to them?
Well, I think they're a darn good team. Second shot, no good. Down to 7 seconds. And here's a foul at half court. Dietrich, and it was funny on that one. There's still 1 more foul to go before they shoot. But I was surprised that Dance didn't get away with the I'm shooting a 3 from half court. 5.4. Yep, it's now to be dead ball points as we would be in the double bonus. Here's Allensworth, pulls up for a 3. No good. And rebounded by Dietrich. And that's going to do it. QND, who really, aside from a few, you know, lulls, and of course the free throws at the end, the last 5, and then 6, and then into the third quarter, you know, when they hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you know, free throws at the end, came back and got us is a close one. We got the game down after 19 in the first quarter. The rest of the game was only, run that by me, Coach, 36 in 3 quarters, so average 12. If you could keep it down there to 48, I think the Raiders could have pulled something like this one out. So the coach has got to be happy. There's a couple key spots, you know, that killed us a little bit, but you got some great athletes out there, and sometimes great athletes can make things happen too.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that were, you know, and I know they had 7, 8 days off, and, you know, I think they were a little rusty, you know, around the rim, finishing around the rim, which I tell you what, as they go here throughout this tournament, they will, you know, start finishing around the rim, and they'll probably end up 3-1, I'm thinking, you know, in this tournament. So, love what I saw them. You know, defense the last 3 quarters was very, very good. So, anytime you can hold a team that averages 75 points a game, and God, I thought they did a great job, challenging the shots and did a very good job on the offensive glass, keeping Pecotonica off of it. So great job tonight. Great overall performance by the QND Raiders against a very, very good team.
Yep, 11 points gave up in the fourth after they only gave up 11 points in the third. So 2 back-to-back great quarters there for that, and you got to love it. And, of course, we'll break down the scoring as well. And you've got a couple good athletes out there that can really play well out there.
Oh, well, the Hoffman kid, like I say, he's the quarterback, on the football team, and they've been dynamite the last couple of years, and they'll be dynamite next year with him as a senior. So, it's going to be – Pecotonica is going to be between them, Scales Mound, Fulton's pretty good. South Beloit, has got the big kid in the middle that's a junior he's a player. It's going to be whoever comes out of 1A up there, is going to have an opportunity to, get down to where they play it at now, Champaign. So get down to Champaign and bring home a big trophy.
Well, looking for the scoring here, trying to find out what my last points. God, it almost looks like Jeff Myers from Elgin that's right here, former Quincy, but I'm sure he is in some gymnasium somewhere covering stuff. Looking at the scoring here, of course, the way it started off early in the ball game, that run, the Devils had a 21-13 lead in the first quarter, towards the end of the first quarter before the last 6 points were scored by Pecotonica, got within 2, 21-19. Start off the second quarter, first 4 points, which continued that 10-point run for Pecotonica, and it was a 2-point lead, 23-21. Second quarter continued to go back and forth, 27-27. There's that 6-point run by Pecotonica to get a 6-point lead. And at halftime, it was 33-29. Raiders are down 4. Third quarter, about like the rest of the game. Gets close. All of a sudden, it's 38-38. And boom, a 6-point run by Pecotonica. And that's how they would end the third quarter, up 6. And then the Raiders in the fourth just could never get any closer. They kept getting within 2. But free throws on the other side, and the Indians come away with the victory. Well, let's break down the scoring here. First of all, for Pecotonica, they're now 10-1, and it's unofficial. As I'm sure I got a couple points missing here on Pecotonica, but it still don't help us to win the ball game. 19 points out of Cooper Hoffman. He pretty well did it throughout the game, and he also did a lot of sharing. He was all over the ball for the court tonight. Assist, you name it. A nice ball player. 11 points out of Mason Peterson. And his were just kind of quiet. 1 each quarter. He had a bucket here and a bucket there, a 3-pointer in the first and the fourth. Nothing like that 13 threes that someone had mentioned earlier. 9 points for Dietrich. Jackson had 9 for 10 from the charity stripe. That's where all his points were at. 6 points out of Jordan Gassman. We had 5 from Brody Black. Dropped down 2 points out of Drew Williams and a solo from Tyler Bird. And I believe that might have been everybody that was in the lineup. Sure enough, it was. That was 55, although it might have had 53. For the Raiders, they were led in scoring. Jace Allensworth had 22 points. Nice ball game from Jace. 8 points out of Aiden Klauser. Drop it down to 5. We had a couple players with 5. We had Connor Young with 5. Also Jackson Canoyer with 5. We had 4 from Aiden Ginnebacher. 3 points from Alex Dance, a 3-pointer in the third quarter. 3 from Noah Lunt. He got those all in the fourth quarter. And in the ball game, but not scoring, Bo F-Tank was in the game. And also, I think that might have been it, Coach. No, Jackson Meyer was also in the ball game, and that wraps it all up. So the Raiders take the loss here. They will follow up with a game now tomorrow. And, Coach, what was that, 2 o'clock, I think we said?
Stanford Olympia, I believe.
At 2 o'clock at the Shirk Center. So if you're checking out tomorrow, you catch that one out. We'll wait for Coach here in the postgame show. We'll take a quick break here while we're waiting for Coach, and we'll follow up with him. see up here usually. So
That's about it. We don't play too many people up here unless it's in the Classic.
right. But you did. You know who Jeff Myers is at all? Jeff was a Quincy announcer for years. He moved in the '80s to Elgin, and he's up there. And he's always got a tie on and looks good. But like I say, with the mask on, you almost could be him.
Yeah.
Everything going good?
Not bad. We got beat by Beecher the other night by 2 points in a game where we missed enough free throws to choke a horse.
Those are really fun when you walk away.
No, but it's good to get beat before you come here, because last time we came in undefeated, we got bombed by El Paso Ridley.
Right.
So, take that long, and East Dubuque gave us everything we could handle today.
They've had a couple good years where they come down here and played well.
They must have an awful tough schedule up there in the Quad Cities, because their energy level and their
Well, they're over there with East Dubuque, Fulton, Scales Mound. They're over there like closer to the river, but they're all 1A, and South Beloit will go in there, Pecotonica will go in there.
Do they play any of the Moline and Davenport and all those?
East Dubuque's got probably 300 kids in the whole school, so they ain't gonna play Moline Maroons or Rock Island or anything like that. But they'll play your Fultons, Scales Mound. Scales Mound's been dynamite last 2 years.
Yeah.
They got down to state tournament. That's who's beating Pecotonica in the sectional finals last year.
Yeah, I saw some of that on the television when they
When I
were
think of
playing.
East Dubuque, I only think of where we used to go when we went to the National Catholic Basketball Tournament in Dubuque, and then when they were all done at the hospitality, everybody went to East Dubuque. And so that was where all the bars and everything and stuff, kind of like Gulf or Burlington.
I was impressed with their play. We were supposed to be fairly well, when you're third from the bottom on the seeding, you don't expect to run into a team that takes you out for the first quarter and a half or so. And thankfully, though, our loss to Beecher set us.
Whatever happened to the superstar you guys had?
Ty Pence.
What's that?
Ty Pence.
Well, that was the last one.
Yeah.
The one before that.
Brandon Trimble.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you had what, 51 against Notre Dame in the
And we had-
championship game or
yeah,
something?
we
He
had-
had Fitch and that
We
group.
had 6 guys scoring double figures, on that one. That was a pretty good matchup. I mean, he could create shots.
Shoot, he was out there at the volleyball line with the hand in his face and just drilling them.
He was at Parkside, right? When he left, did he get?
Somewhere up Milwaukee area.
Yeah,
or
Wisconsin Parkside was the. But I didn't know if he played all 4 years there because I never really paid attention when he came in Quincy.
I don't know if he finished up there or not.
That's one guy who could create shots. In fact, when Pence came down, I saw him. Somebody asked me if he was. I said, okay. I don't know, man. It's hard to beat Trimble.
Pence did outscore him.
Did he?
He's got the high school
And
scoring.
where did he end up going?
ISU.
Oh, okay. Is he playing?
He played a few games early. They gave him some minutes, and he was making double figures. But once the regular season started, the veterans, stepped back into the lineup. They gave him a chance to show what he could do. But I expect, being a freshman, he probably isn't quite strong enough to withstand some of the physicality yet.
We had a guy that Quincy was a great scorer, Jack Kramer. His son went to SLU high school, and he went to SLU. And I don't think he ended up playing any playing. So he's now at Missouri Rock.
Okay.
S&T. He's not there yet. It's another whole level.
Well, and the lack of officiating across basketball entirely. When we lost basketball 35 years ago, you look at this stuff out here, there's no basketball players out here, they're wrestlers. I see, that's why the wrestling team has so many people. They can't handle the contact in basketball. They really can't. I mean,
a couple guys on that team that kid was inside. Dietrich liked to play inside, get the ball inside. They got some nice little athletes out there. Hoffman creates and does a lot of stuff. But if you don't pay attention to him, that means just shooting, passing. He's acrobatic. I thought the Raiders did a nice job of holding the last few quarters. I mean, it was only 11, on a team that scores 75, 80 points a game.
I was going to say, first quarter was Pecotonica last 3 quarters was Notre Dame pace.
Yeah. No, I was impressed with what Kevin accomplished with him. I mean, he stayed calm considering all the mistakes, the turnovers, and all that they made. I mean, you know, and as he was saying, you know, the number of layups they missed.
Oh, 6 or 7. Well,
he
you know,
had
what I'm looking at, 2-footers, and you don't get fouled, and you don't make it. It's like, no, you can't do that.
We did
You know,
some of that
especially
today
against a good
too. I
team,
think
you know.
we were
Here, you
sleepwalking.
can give this to him. I believe so. We can talk if you want.
And welcome back. If you've been sitting here in a quiet gym, that's because the gym is quiet. There's not many people left except for ND. That's Kevin Meyer, and of course his statistician over there, Mr. Lunt. He's getting the book ready. The Raiders have already kind of scooted out. He's over finishing one radio interview, and we'll pick up Kevin after that and get the scoop on this one. Then we'll close this place up. And
Well, let's go ahead and do our player of the game.
oh, indeed, Coach, because we did break down the scoring. Who do you like? And it's pretty easy.
Mr. Allensworth.
You got it. Jace Allensworth had a heck of a ball game, 22. Really took over at the beat of the game. Had a pretty complete game throughout the whole game, I thought.
Yeah,
And,
he did a great job. No ifs, ands, or buts. You know, I like, you know, what Notre Dame did, running their sets tonight and, you know, holding a high-scoring Pecotonica team to 55 points.
You got it there. And here comes Coach Kevin Meyer out here. Thanks for joining us here for a little late night. We'll have this the midnight special as it's just getting that time or so. Well, Coach, I tell you what, this team is the number 2 team in 1A, very athletic ball team. But I thought outside of that first quarter, defensively, where we allowed 19 points, you don't think that's much. But for a team that likes to score 75, I thought after that you guys did a great job of holding them down. 14, 11, and 11 defensively did a pretty good job.
I thought that was, you know, those were good quarters for us. The problem was we just didn't get to the basket or make baskets. We got to the basket. Oh my goodness, point blank, just
rolling out,
know, just layups. And like I said, I told the guys in the locker room, I thought we'd change shots because we thought there was going to be contact. We've seen, you know, we watched film. We thought, you know, there's a lot of stuff the gamesmanship that was taking place out there that. We were expecting contact, and then, you know, we changed the shot and we missed a darn layup. And sour grapes, but darn it, we got the looks we wanted. We could do, I thought, pretty much anything we wanted to do offensively. We got stagnant there in the third quarter. We came out pretty well. I mean, there in the third, we were down by 4. We took the lead, and then we got stagnant. We scored 3 more points there in that quarter. Started playing a little bit more one-on-one instead of sharing, and what got us to that point of just playing hard, backdoor, hard cut, knocking down a shot. Again, you know, this is a tough one. To me, I mean, we've had 4 tough ones. You know, you take out the Devils. That was just you know, they were better than us. After that, I think this could be a team that's 10-1. We're sitting 6-5 right now, and a lot of that has to be fixed, you know, from me through the guys, accepting some roles, challenging some guys with some roles, and then again just finishing. Tonight was just a finish. I mean, that's what we needed to do.
And like we always talk about, ending a quarter, beginning a quarter, always tough. That first to second quarter when that 10-point run snuck in there, and then that into that third when we were tied 38-38, and it was free throws. You know, we got them in that double bonus. I hate that double bonus with 5, but we're living with it this year. And that was really where it was at, because then once we got into it, we just couldn't get over the hump. We got within 2, and but I thought they fought well, and I thought now was it not last year? Did you lose the first round and we went 3-1?
No, this is the first time we've lost up here in a long time. So. You know, we're not used to that. We're not used to playing that consolation bracket. We've never played it, you know, that I've been here, and got to figure that one out.
Well, I don't want to be the first on that, though, but I just thought there was a success of a real good end of it up here where you got 3. Anytime you can come up here and get 3 victories.
Yeah, and that's what we're going to flip the script on now. You know, we got out a couple of the gold balls. We talked about, you know, what you're coming up here for. You know, we pride ourselves on this tournament. With us in Central Catholic, we've got the most championship appearances. We both have we're tied with 5 for the gold ball. That was our goal. That was absolutely 100% our goal. And, you know, that goal is out. So now you got to reevaluate. And the next goal is, again, win 3 games, find some momentum, and take it into the new year.
Like we said, this is the time of year where we're kind of setting our team up, but February is where you lose. You know, we don't lose in here in December, and so good performance. And like you said, get a good night's sleep, get back out here. And by the way, now you might get a chance to play in Bloomington High School. I know we didn't want to do that. It's over there. It's not a bad high school. By the way.
It's not. It's absolutely not. I mean, I've been in there a few times, but you know, I haven't coached there. But go to Shirk tomorrow, play against you know, a salty Stanford Olympia team, and take our chances there, and then figure it out what's going to happen then on Friday.
Sounds like a winner, Coach. Good luck tomorrow. Let's see if you can't make it out there to that championship on that side.
Sounds good. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you.
All right, thanks. That's Kevin Meyer, of course, coming up. Good ball game from his Raiders tonight. So close. It just, again, a very good Pecotonica team and a very athletic Pecotonica team as well, Coach. So they'll be ready for tomorrow at 2 o'clock, and hopefully we'll get them in there. I'm trying to think who went 3-1 last year. That we had that jumped in that other side and won it all on that side of the bracket. And if you can come up here and go 3-1, that's as successful as the championship team, except you just don't get the gold ball.
Yep. Well, you know, it's one of those things to where played very. Once again, I think Coach said it best, because you know my two things down here was, you know, pace. You know, especially after the first quarter, and I thought they did a very good job of, you know, running their stuff. You know, and the second thing I had down there was finish. And, you know, with them missing, you know, 5 or 6, you know, layups, that's the difference in a, you know, I mean, if you make 4 of the 6 or 3 of them, just half of them. You know, I'm not greedy, just half of them. You know, then you got to, you walk out with a 1-point victory against a, you know, highly touted 1A school, you know, from up north. So, yeah, I mean, and once again, being off 7-8 days, the timing going to be a little bit off. You know, everything going to be a little bit off. So, you know, I expect them to come out tomorrow and basically take care of business.
Sounds like a winner. Let's get some sleep, and we'll be heading down to Collinsville tomorrow for that doubleheader. 11:30 will be the first one, so join us out here on Mecca Sports. Coach, a good day of basketball all at the end of the day, and so look forward to tomorrow.
Yep, we'll see you down in at the Prairie Farms Holiday Classic down in Collinsville, Illinois.
There you go. Get out your chocolate milk or your French onion dip with your chips, and let's get after it. So from here at Normal West, the Raiders lose this one 55-50, was it, Coach? I put my stuff away.
55-50.
As they'll play tomorrow at 2 o'clock, but it's all good because it's Raider basketball right here at MeccaSportsCo.com. With that, the loss up here puts the Raiders in the loser's bracket, but we expect them to go 3-1, and you and I will be hitting the road. For all you out there, make sure you join us tomorrow, and it's MeccaSportsCo.com. Good night, everyone.